Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make super easy and delicious chile verde tamales. So if you want to learn how to make them, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so here I already have all of my ingredients. As always, they will be listed in the description box. So with that being said, let's begin cooking. Okay guys, so here I have 6 quarts of water boiling. I'm going to be adding my meat. Okay, once we added our meat, we're just going to allow it to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, skim the top of the pot to remove all of the impurities from the meat. Okay, once we remove all that, we're going to add our onion, garlic, bay leaves, peppercorn, coriander, cloves, and salt. Going to reduce the heat to medium, cover it, and allow it to cook for 2 hours until the meat is nice and tender. Okay guys, so it's been 2 hours. At this point, our meat should be fully cooked. So it should be nice and tender. Of course, make sure that you check it. Now we're just going to remove it from the pot. Okay, so we're just going to strain our broth, reserve it so we can make our masa. And now we can get ready to shred our meat. Now that we have our meat all nice and shredded, we can now get ready to make our sauce. Okay, to a blender cup, we're going to add a roasted onion, roasted tomatillos, chile jalapenos or serranos. I'm using 5. And all our roasted and peeled hatch peppers, or you can use Anaheim. Going to add a handful of cilantro, garlic cloves, cumin, and oregano, and we're going to blend with 1 cup of broth. Okay, now blend until smooth. Okay, once we have our chile verde, we can take it back to the stove. Okay, to my pan over high heat, I'm going to be melting a little bit of lard. And of course, if you don't want to use lard, you can always use oil. Just allow it to get nice and hot. Okay, once hot, add the meat. Going to lightly fry it for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you can get ready to add our chile verde. Going to also add another cup of the broth. Now just mix it well together and bring it to a simmer. Okay, once it comes to a simmer, taste it for salt and see if you need to adjust it. For me, this is perfect, so we're just going to reduce the heat to medium-low and allow it to continue simmering for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, our chile verde is done. So we're just going to turn it off, allow it to come to room temperature. Meanwhile, we can make our masa. Okay, to make my masa, I'm going to be using my stand mixer. Begin by adding the lard. Beat for 5 minutes on medium speed. After 5 minutes, add the baking powder and salt and allow it to mix in with the lard. Once mixed, add 1 cup of the maseca, 1 cup of liquid, and now we're just going to alternate between the maseca and our liquid until we have added full amounts. Okay, so once we have added our 6 cups of maseca and our 7 cups of liquid, we're going to turn up the speed to medium-high and allow it to continue mixing for 15 minutes. Okay guys, so once we're done mixing, we're going to check our masa to make sure that it passes the float test. So grab your cup, grab some of the masa. Okay, once it floats, your masa is done. And if it doesn't float, just continue adding some more broth and continue mixing. And now we're just going to get our masa out and allow it to rest for a few minutes before we can get ready for the fun part. Okay, so after 20 minutes, we can get ready to spread our masa over our corn husk. And just depending on how big you want your tamales, and it depends on how much masa you're going to spread. Now grab our chile verde. Place it in the center. And then cover the filling with one side of the corn husk. Then overlap with the other side. Grab the tail and fold. And just like that. Now we repeat the process with the rest of our corn husk. Okay, so once we have all of our tamales, we're going to arrange them on our steamer pot. And once we have them in there, cover them with corn husk, a kitchen towel, make sure that the lid is secured. And now we're going to steam them for 1.5 hours to 2 hours or until they're completely cooked. Okay, so after 1.5 hours, we're going to check on our tamales. You're going to know that they're done once the masa comes off from the corn husk. And I'm just going to get them out and allow the masa to set for a few minutes before we can get ready for the fun part. Alrighty guys, and after a few minutes, we can now get ready for the best part, serving. Now let me tell you guys that you're gonna know that your tamales are done once they feel a little firm. But of course, you can always top them with some salsa verde, some sour cream, queso fresco. But let me tell you that this right here are honestly so flavorful, so perfect just to enjoy like that on their own. And just look at that. I am so ready. I am ready. So hope you give this recipe a try. It's seriously super easy to make. Making tamales, it's a true labor of love. Let me tell you that it requires a lot of patience, but honestly, it is so worth it. These are honestly the best. So I hope you give it a try and enjoy it just as much. Cheers and enjoy. I am ready. Seriously, the best. The masa, so flavorful, so moist. The filling, of course, juicy, saucy, so good. They're perfect. And they are a little spicy, but of course, you get to control that, depending on how many jalapenos you use. But this, perfection. Alrighty guys, and there you have it, how to make super easy and delicious chile verde tamales. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if you regret this recipe, please don't forget to tag me in any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.